Hello children, I hope you are enjoying this chapter. So let's continue this chapter, soil. In this video, let's deal with properties of soil. The soil has many properties which make each type of soils distinctive. So see children, there are few properties by which we can identify that which type of soil it is. Some important properties of soil include soil texture, that is the way it feels when you rub it between your finger, absorption of water by soil, percolation rate which we will study in the topic. The properties of soil vary from place to place. So according to the biodiversity of a place, environmental factors of a place, the properties of soil may vary from place to place. Children, the first property is texture. Have you ever touched the sand at the seashore? How do you feel? When you touch sand or hold clay in your hand, you get a different feel. So dear children, you can perform this activity at home. Try to search for sand and clay and try to feel it between your index finger and thumb. The feel is called the texture. So children, when you touch a cloth, you can feel the texture of a cloth, or without looking at that particular thing, by just feeling you can tell what you are touching. So when the feeling which you get when you touch a surface is called texture. In the same way, when you touch soil, the feeling you get is called texture. Different soils have different texture. And why is it so? Because the soil is made up of rock particles of different size. So I think you all can understand that if the rock particle or the particle of the soil is very small, it will be smooth in touch, whereas if the particle is large in size, it will be rough. The amount of sand, silt or clay present determines the texture of the soil. So children, these three things, the amount of these three things will tell you the texture of the soil, that is sand, silt and clay. New word, soil texture. The feel to touch the soil is called the soil texture. Now the next property is absorption of water by soil. We have learned that different soil have different water holding capacity. That is, different soils absorb water to different extents. To understand it, we have to do an activity. So let's do it. Aim: to find out the amount of water absorbed by different soil samples. Materials required: a plastic or a glass funnel, a filter paper, water, samples of sandy and clay soils, 50 gram each, a beaker, a stand, a measuring cylinder, etc. Procedure. Now children, what we have to do is, we have to take a filter paper and make its cone like this. Place this cone in the funnel. So here is the funnel, and in this funnel you have to place the filter paper. Fix the funnel in a stand and place an empty beaker below it. So here is the empty beaker. Now in this funnel we have to add 50 gram of sandy soil. Now measure 100 ml water. So this is the measuring cylinder, and in this we have to measure 100 ml of water with the help of measuring cylinder, and slowly pour it uniformly all over the soil into the funnel. So see, what's the idea behind this activity is, we'll measure the water, that is 100 ml initially, we'll pour this water in the funnel and then we'll collect it here, and then we'll measure the amount of water which we got. Subtracting it will give you an idea that how much water is here inside the soil. Leave the apparatus till water stops dropping in the beaker. So as soon as you pour water in the funnel, the soil will allow water to fall in the beaker, and then will wait for the water to stop. Measure the volume of water collected in the beaker. So now initially it was 100 ml, now we have to measure the volume of the water collected in this beaker. Now we will calculate the percentage of water absorbed by the soil sample. So let us take this water as X. The amount of water collected in the beaker is taken as X. Weight of the soil sample, it was taken 50 gram. Weight of the water poured, it was taken 100 ml. And I hope you know 1 ml of water is equals to 1 gram. That is 1 ml of water will weigh 1 gram. So 100 ml of water will weigh 100 grams. Weight of water collected in beaker is taken as X. So amount of water absorbed by the soil sample will be 100 minus X, that is the amount of water we have taken and the amount of water we got in the beaker, 100 minus X ml. Percentage of water absorbed by the soil sample, we have to put this in this formula, that is the amount of water absorbed by the soil divided by the weight of the soil into 100. When we calculate it, it will give you the percentage of water absorbed by the soil. Now we have to repeat the experiment with other soil samples, that is clay soil. Now children, on the basis of activity 5, there are certain characteristics which you should understand. So let us read. Certain characteristics of soil can be understood from activity 5 such as, the first one is soil has many pores or gaps which allow water to flow down, which we have proved through percolation. Rainwater also passes through these pores. So as you know, the soil is made up of small particles. So there are the gaps or holes present between these particles through which the water seep down. This water helps the plant to grow and also increase the level of underground water. And as this water reaches the bedrock, it will increase the groundwater level at the bottom. The next point is, the pores present in the soil are filled with air. Air helps the animals living in soil to breathe. So if the water is not there, initially these pores are filled with air, which helps the living organism living under the soil to respire. Children, now let us study this new word, percolation. Percolation, the downward movement of water through the soil, is called percolation. So in the previous activity, we studied about percolation rate. So let us continue. Percolation rate of water in soil. You know that pores in soil help the rainwater to seep into the soil. Which type of soil, sandy or clay, will allow more of rainwater to seep into the soil? I hope you all can answer it. Dear children, here you need to compare the particle size of sandy soil and clay soil. Now children, as you know, sandy soil contains larger particle, hence contain more gap. The rate of percolation will be greater in sandy soil as compared to clay soil. Let us perform an activity to understand the percolation rate of a soil sample. Activity 6. Aim to find out the percolation rate of a soil sample. Materials required: a glass pipe or a PVC pipe, a stopwatch, water and a measuring cylinder. Procedure: look for a place where a good amount of soil is available, like a park or a garden. Dig at least 2 cm deep the ground. Now place the glass pipe or PVC pipe. PVC is a plastic, so you can use a plastic pipe as shown in the picture. So this is how you have to place the pipe. Measure 250 ml of water and slowly pour into the pipe. So in this beaker you have to measure 250 ml water and pour it in the pipe. Start the stopwatch immediately when you start pouring water into the pipe and note down the time. Note the time again when all the water percolates in the soil. So in the pipe, when all the water get finished, you have to stop the stopwatch. You can now calculate the percolation rate of water by using the formula. Percolation rate milliliter per minute is equals to volume of water percolated divided by percolation time. Children, you should know, as soon as you hear this word rate, it has to do something with time. That is, the quantity will be divided by time taken. Note, suppose the sample of soil taken by you takes 25 minutes for 250 ml of water to percolate. The rate of percolation can be calculated using the above formula. So, they have given you value 250 ml of water is the volume of water and 25 minutes is the time taken for this amount of water to percolate. So, when you put it in this formula, you will get 10 ml per minute. Observation. Here, volume of water taken 250 ml, percolation time. After performing this activity, we have to note down the time. Conclusion. Percolation time for given sample soil is this much. So, after calculating like this, in this example, it is 10. So, we will fill this blank by 10. Thus, the rate of percolation of different soil sample will be different. So, if we keep on trying this experiment with different soil, we can find out the percolation rate of different soil. Children, now let us do the checkpoint 2. Fill in the blanks. The first one, sandy soil can be dash easily. Yes, and the correct answer is plugged easily. The second one, particles of dash soil are compactly arranged. So children, answer to this question will be clay soil. Next question, dash soil is the most fertile soil. Answer to this question is loamy soil. Fourth question, dash in soil help rainwater seep into the soil. The answer is pores in soil help rainwater seep into the soil. Children, now you can pause the video and write these question answers in the notebook. The first question for today is, what is the downward movement of water through the soil called? I hope you all can give the answer to this question, and the answer is percolation. The next question, what do you understand by percolation? How is percolation rate calculated? The answer to this question is percolation. The downward movement of water through the soil is percolation. And how do we calculate it? Percolation rate milliliter per minute is equals to volume of water in milliliters divided by percolation time in minutes. The next question, a soil sample takes 45 minutes to percolate 900 ml of water. Find the percolation rate of it. In this question, the given things are percolation time, that is 45 minutes, volume of water percolated is 900 ml. Now children, you know the formula of percolation rate is volume of water in ml divided by percolation time in minutes. So, percolation rate will be 900 ml divided by 45. Percolation rate will be 20 ml per minute. Children, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now take care, stay safe, stay healthy and enjoy your day.